Hello, everybody. Hello. I hope all of you guys can see me. I'm going to introduce myself for those of you that don't know me. If you kind of look in the background, don't look too far. I had to run home. I had to go get some supplies for making my sea moss, and I kind of worked late today, and so I'm trying to get started on time. It is 7:02. I'm trying to wait till everybody get into the room. If you could please share, go ahead right now and share this broadcast on your page. If you are on Facebook, if you are my friend, if you got a notification that I am live, go ahead and share this broadcast right now while I wait till everybody get in the room. Welcome, welcome, welcome. As I promised, tonight is going to be amazing. I am going to go over the Financial Literacy 101. There are some things that we need to set in place. Right now, there are some things going on, this unprecedented time with coronavirus. Everything is just out of whack, kind of crazy. And I know, there's no normalcy right now. So I want to go ahead and do the Financial Literacy 101 overview. I usually do it around September to get towards the end of the year. So that way in January, you can start with your financial literacy game plan. But I wanted to go ahead and do it now because now is the time. We don't need to waste no more time to get this together. So guys, if you receive this broadcast, go ahead and share this broadcast for me with your friends, your family member, anybody that you know that may need to hear this. Go ahead and share this with them so that way you guys can listen to it. And it's going to be saved, I think, on YouTube Live and also on my business Facebook page, which is PBS Financial Coaching and Services. So if you're on your regular Facebook page, go ahead and go to my business Facebook page and like it, so that way you can get notifications every time I post something about financial literacy. So that way you can stay in the loop. All right. It is 7:04. I'm gonna wait till one more minute, about 7:05, and I'm gonna get started. So tonight I'm gonna go over a couple of things that I think we all need to have, that we all need to be aware of with our finances. Okay. So go ahead and get your notepad, get you a pen so you can write some notes down, and I'm gonna link my website. So that is my website. So if you want to get in contact with me, you can go to my website with the www.perspectivevs.com and get in contact with me there. So I hope everything is fine. Looks like I'm kind of fuzzy a little bit. Maybe it's my internet. I hope we don't have any bad weather to where you guys can. She said, okay. She said she don't see the live. Let me go to my... Hold on just a minute, guys. I'm trying to share this with some of my friends that are sending information to me. Let's see. Let's see. All right. It may be hovering back and forth. My internet is slow. Whether to where right about, let's see, live. All right, guys, I am live. I'm trying to share this. Go ahead and share this with people that you know. I'm trying to share it too on my cell phone. So that's why I'm looking down. I'm trying to share this on my cell phone so it can go on my personal page I have it on my business page live, and I also have it on YouTube live. So guys, right now I need you to take the time and share this, because I think this is most important. A lot of people need to see this. If you have been wondering if you have your financial aspect of your health, your life, your savings, if you want to know how to get your life together, if you're trying to find out how to get your finances together, if you're trying to find out how to get your credit together, I need you to watch this. Please share with your friends and family members. Like I said, it is on Facebook Live. It is also on YouTube Live. So you can always go back and rewatch it. If it's something that you missed, get a pen and paper, because you're going to need notes. Okay? You are going to need notes. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with my desktop. Let me see if it can do it for me. All right, I am back. I don't know what's going on, why it doesn't want to work with me. I am trying to share my screen so you guys can see my desktop. And for some strange reason, every time I try to do it, it won't let me. And so let me stop that screen. Let me go to this screen. I guess it's not going to show my screen, but I'm going to go ahead and try to show you guys what I have. Um, I'm gonna do my PowerPoint here. If you guys can see me, I hope you can. We're gonna go ahead and go. So the Financial Literacy 101 class is talking about, I wanted to talk about today what it means to be financial literate. What does it mean to be financial literacy? That means having the knowledge, understanding skills, motivation, and confidence to make financial decisions that are appropriate to your personal circumstances. Now, how that means by how people behave with their finances, understanding the 5 components that produces financial literacy, and developing the important life skills to be financially stable. And it's also taking control of your life and your finances by making sound decisions for you and your family. So when we talk about being financial literate, we means, do you understand your finances? Do you understand how to budget? Do you understand how to save? Do you understand how to create a financial game plan? Do you understand how to put money back for emergencies? So sometimes when we get in a situation, I know I had the struggle mindset for a long time for me, and a lot of times I didn't even understand how to save money. I didn't even understand how to put money back because that was never taught to me. I watched my family members as they struggle. Of course, my situation was my parents died when we were young. My brothers and sisters, they were practically young adults raising that were 5, 6, 7 of us that were young kids, and they had to stop their lives to raise us. And so they had to quit school or whatever they were doing. They had to stop their lives and get jobs so we could have some type of life, because they didn't want us to go into the system. And so they did what they had to do to raise us. And that was hard. And so they didn't understand how to save or how to put money back. Nobody talked to them. All they knew was, okay, I got to work, we got to pay bills, and we got to eat, and we got to live. So going back, knowing that, I wish, that they would have learned some type of coping mechanism or saving financial literacy, because it would have made life better for us. And so when I grew up just struggling, trying to make sure I had a job, and make the most important thing for us was to make sure you had a job, make sure you had a roof over your head, and make sure you had food. Anybody, can agree with me? We didn't know, I was never talked to about savings. They weren't even talked to at school. None of my friends even discussed that. So when I became an adult, I honestly didn't know how to do that. So, and I know for some people in your family, that may have been, a norm for you. You guys may have sat down and watched your parents pay bills, or you probably went to bill collector's place and saw them, or they may have sent you when you were teenagers. I know some people, when I was doing my financial literacy journey, I've heard some people say that their parents sent them to go pay bills, but that never happened to us. I can remember when I was a teenager, my summer consisted of me chopping cotton, and that was my summer job. Okay, me and my sisters and my brothers, all of us, because we had to because we had to help our siblings, pay bills and stuff. So our summer, we didn't have a normal summer like everybody else. We had to work in the fields and bring that income in to help supplement and to pay that income, because my family needed help. And so I kind of enjoyed that. I thought that was life was all about. And for me being, I'm probably telling my age, but I can remember being in the cotton fields in the South, of course, in the Delta as we call it. And I can remember spending my summer in the cotton field and chopping the weeds around the cotton plants. I can remember that. And so the income that we had, and we would get paid once a week, and I thought that was a lot of money at that time. For me, I thought that was a lot of money, but of course we had to give that money to our siblings because they needed to pay the bills. And some of it they saved to buy our school supplies and bought our school clothes and bought our school shoes. That's how we funded our school supplies, our school shoes, and school clothes. And so that was something that we all had to do. So developing financial literacy mindset means stripping your mind of previous misconceptions and adapting to proven statements. You got to stretch your thinking by thinking outside the box, guys. Millionaires are often frugal and they monitor their spending. So saying that, in order for you to be financially stable, you're going to have to monitor how you spend your money. And I know that's kind of hard, especially when you're struggling. And it was hard for me when I was in a situation to where I was, what they were saying, I was paycheck to Monday. And what that means was when you got paid on a Thursday or a Friday, by the time Monday came, you were broke because once you got done paying all your bills, buying groceries, putting gas in the car, and getting food to eat or washing clothes or whatever you needed to do, you were broke. And so that's how I lived like that for a long time before I discovered that budgeting can really save you. So they take turns learning healthy habits, researching ways to live on a budget, and invest money and time on a mentor to help them achieve ultimate success. In order for you to be successful, you got to take advice from somebody, guys. So don't think that, you can't learn from somebody. You got to take advice from somebody. So it says that the average millionaire spends about 20 to 30 hours per month thinking, studying, planning their finances. Wealthy people who invest more time planning their finances typically make better decisions, get better results, and achieve financial independence. So you have to become a committed person, a person that holds an oath, a person that keeps promises to yourself. You have to be disciplined in order to maintain this financial stability. You are going to have to do it, guys. I mean, there's no way out of it. So there are 7 keys to gain financial independence, and I'm going to list those. So the first key is knowledge. Knowledge is power, people. Research what you don't know. Watch YouTube videos, attend seminars, webinars, and read self-development books. This is going to help you tremendously, okay? Now, YouTube is my university. Anything that I need to know, any business-wise, any software, anything that I need to know with my cell phone, I go to YouTube and it shows me exactly how to do it. Like I pull up and what I do, I look at the video that has the most views, and that's how I can determine which video to watch. Whichever video has the most views, that's the video I'm going to watch, okay? The second one is, I want you to do this. Every morning, I want you to get up 1 hour early every morning and take a shower. This refreshes your mind. It refreshes your body. It triggers your body, let your body know, okay, it's time for us to start something new. I want you to go somewhere quiet in which you can think and write down financial goals. This can be, I get up every morning. My clock says 6 o'clock. I've been trying to get up at 5 o'clock every morning, but I want you to try to get up every morning. If you can't do it in the morning time, I want you to stay up an hour late every night. And I want you to go somewhere where you can think. It could be in the bathroom. It could be in your bedroom. It could be somewhere away from noise where you can actually think, okay? Now, I want you to go somewhere quiet in which you can think and write down your financial goals. All right, guys, I need you to do this, okay? I want you to discipline your thinking. So when you sit down and start writing down your financial goals, I don't want you to go all over the place. I want you to be generalized. I want you to stay on topic, okay? Discipline your thinking. Only think about the positive results. Adopt a new attitude about who you are and where you're going. Work towards a predetermined goal, and because people with goals succeed. So when you start writing down your goals, I want you to think about ways that you can start working towards your goals. I don't want you to just write them down. I want you to think about ways that you can work towards your goal. So what I do, I have a goal wall in my living room. And what I did was I typed all my goals down, and then I typed how I was going to achieve every last one of those goals. And so what I do is I look at that every morning and every night before I go to bed. And so when I look at that, that kind of guides me and tell me where I am, what I need to do. And I'm looking back because I'm looking at my goal wall. It's actually on that side. You can kind of see the parts of it, but I look at that every morning, and it kind of guides me and tell me where I need to go with my goals. Okay, now I want you to hire a mentor. I want you to find somebody that's going where you want to go, or that's already there, that where you want to go. And I want you to go talk to them, and I want you to tell them, look, I see you doing great things. I see you're successful. I want to get there. I don't know what I need to do. Can you help me? If I could pay you, I could. Explain your situation. Just tell them, if I need to pay you, I can pay you so this so and so and so and so. So you just tell them, and if they're willing to mentor you for free, that's excellent. But if not, then go to the next person. If they don't want to do it, find somebody else. You keep looking. Don't give up on the first person. Don't give up on the first person. So if that person won't do it, then you keep going until you find somebody else that can mentor you. That is where you want to be. And you go and talk to them. I have a lot of mentors. I have people that I talk to. I have people that I can call up if I need help, if I need assistance with something. Through our group that we have, we work together. So, and we all work together, and it's like 6 of us now. It was 5, but it's 6 of us in that group. And so we all bring something to the table new. So when we sit down and talk, our mastermind group, I went blank. But when we sit down and talk, we all bring something new to the table. Everybody is in a different business, so we can learn from each other. We piggyback from each other. So now, the most important thing is creating your vision board. Guys, I don't know how I can put this in your head that when you are trying to work on your goals, it is so important that you create a vision board, because you need to know where to start, what to draw from, what type of goals that you have, because some people really don't know what they want out of life. Honestly, they really hadn't sat down and wrote down what they really want out of life. And so they just shooting here and shooting there and shooting here and shooting there. But if you write down what you really want out of life, then you have somewhere to grab from. You have somewhere to start from, and then you can know who you can get as your mentor. That way you can be on track instead of going here, going there, going here, or just shooting aimlessly and not getting anywhere. And that's what a lot of us do. We go, just not even thinking about it. We know we need to get somewhere, but we don't know actually where to go, and then we just get caught up in this cycle and doing the same thing every day. So, guys, now there are 6 steps to financial security. The first step, guys, get you a pen and a piece of paper, and I need you to write this down. There are 6 steps to financial security. All right? You ready? The first step is cut your expenses. Okay? I need you to budget. All right? You need to create a budget. And like I said, if you need help with that, if you've never done a budget before, it took me about 10 times to actually master my budget. Now, I know if it took me that many times to master my budget, it's going to take you a while if you've never done a budget before. So don't think just because if you try to write it down and you don't get it the first time, keep working on it and keep working on it and keep working on it. So if you mess up this month, start again in September. If you mess up in September, start again in October. If you mess up in October, start again in November. Don't ever stop working on your budget, okay? This is so important to financial stability, because if you don't have a budget, you don't even know how much money you're spending. You don't even know where your money's going. You don't even know, what you gotta pay. You just paying stuff. And how many of y'all just out there paying stuff? Soon as you get paid, you just go pay stuff, right? You don't even look at your bank account. You just pay it. Whether you got enough money in the bank, you don't care. You just pay your bills, right? Whether you in the red, then next thing you know, you getting a letter in the mail, or you getting that text that says you have overdrafted, right? I know it's bad. So now, once you create that budget, the next thing, most important thing you need to create is an emergency savings account. I always tell people that is your number 2 besides a budget. No savings, not yet. You need to create that emergency account, because if you create a savings account before you create that emergency account, you gonna hit your savings. Anytime an emergency happens, you're gonna dig into that savings for real. And we don't want that savings to become our emergency account. If something happens, or we need to go on an emergency trip, or something happens to the car, we're going to go dig in our savings account. No. All right, number 2, open an emergency account. This is what I want you to do. Number three is, I want you to begin paying off your debt. If y'all in a lot of debt, if you got a whole bunch of credit cards, if you got a outrageous car note, if you in a whole student loans, if you got $50,000, $60,000, $80,000 in student loans, I need you to start working on your debt. And there is a lot of ways that you can start working on your debt. The most, I think, the most advantageous one is the debt snowball system, and that's the one that I use. And if you need me to send you some paperwork on how to do that, I will. Just leave me a comment in the section, and I will do that for you. Okay, so number 3 is I need you to start paying off your debt. Then number 4, I need you to create that savings account, because for one, if you start paying off your debt, and then you probably won't have money for savings, because you need to be paying off your debt. So we'll have to look at that to see how much debt you actually have. But if you have a lot of debt, I would say create your budget, do an emergency account, and then start paying on your debt. We're not going to worry about savings yet, because I want you to start paying on that debt. And then once you get your debt under control, then you work on your savings. Because the reason why I want you to do that, because that savings is your nest egg, and I don't want you to mess with that. I don't want nothing to come in the middle of you saving for that nest egg. Okay, guys? So I want you guys to make sure that you have enough money for that. Let's see. Now, then number 5 is, I want you to figure out a way to earn extra income however you can. I know all of y'all got talent. Somebody got talent somewhere. Like me, during the pandemic, I couldn't book anything, because they had everything closed up. So I couldn't get into libraries. I couldn't get into businesses. I couldn't book nothing. Anybody that has a service business, you couldn't do anything. You couldn't go anywhere. You couldn't, talk to anybody. So you had to figure out a way that you could still become sustainable and still have your business. So what I did was, I had to think about it. What can I do? And I remember, God, you used to sell soap and lotions, organic stuff. You can do this. So I started thinking, what do people need most? And I started writing it down. So I took down a pen and a pad, and started writing down ideas how I can make money. And the most important thing that I came up with was the body butter, because a lot of people during the summertime, they have dry skin. A lot of people have eczema. Even babies are born with eczema now. And mostly, I'll say 90% now other people are suffering from eczema, and the reason why they have eczema is the food that we're eating. The food that we're eating, the food that the parents eat, and they don't understand they're passing it down to the baby because they're eating that food. And when that baby is born, they have allergies because of the food that the parent has passed on to the baby. And so they have milk allergies. Some of them come, they can't drink the baby formula. And they have, like my grandson, he has acid reflux real bad, and she was breastfeeding. But he still had acid reflux, so she had to go to stop breastfeeding and give formula. But the formula is still not working. So it's just that, some things that you want to try. Figure out ways, sit down, brainstorm. What can I do? What do I like to do? What are my goals? What is my passion? Think about your passion. Do you like cooking? I do recipes. My thing now is health and wealth. My main focus now is health and wealth. So I created a cookbook. I started posting my recipes. I started giving ideas on what you can cook, how you can eat. I make sea moss. I take sea moss, and so I know a lot of people are interested in trying to find sea moss. And when I was posting my smoothies, a lot of people was asking me, how do you make the gel, the sea moss gel? So what I did was I started making the gel for people, and I started selling it, and it became a hit. So think about things that you can do for people. The body butter, the hair gel. This is my hair gel that I have in my hair. And I mean, everybody that uses it tell me that it is the bomb.com. So think about things that you can do that you have perfected. Something that you think that will work well in businesses. That extra income. So that's number 5. Number 6 is put your money in an investment account. Purchase real estate and buy rental property. I need you guys to write this down, okay? If you need a copy of this PowerPoint, just let me know and I'll send it to you so you can have extra notes. So put your money in an investment account. Purchase real estate, buy rental property. Guys, these are goals. These are real successful goals, and you can do them, but you have to discipline yourself to get there. In order for you to achieve these goals, you're going to have to discipline yourself. Okay, now number 7, increase your emergency account as often as you can. Pay your bills on time and follow your budget. I'm going to repeat that. Increase your emergency account as often as you can. So now if you're paying $50 in your emergency account, so next year I want you to go up $20 every year. So if you're doing $50 this year, next year I want you to do $70. The next year I want you to do $90. I want you to go up $20. If you can go up more than that, and still pay on your bills and still pay towards your debt, I want you to do that. I want you to do that. But the most important thing is to increase your emergency account. Pay your bills on time, because that's going to help your credit, for one. And follow your budget, and that's going to help you stay on track, to keep you from overspending, to keep you from paying those overdraft fees, and to keep you from impulse shopping. Because I used to, I love telling this story because my car used to, every pay period, when I got paid, I used to end up at Ross's parking lot every pay period, and I didn't even know how I got there. I would look in the parking lot and be like, what in the world? Did my car just drive me to Ross? Did it know I got paid or something? Like, for real. But my car used to literally drive me to Ross, and I used to impulse shop, especially when I was upset or sad, or that was my way of soothing myself. But I had to discipline myself and tell myself that I couldn't do that. I had a budget, and once I spent that budget, I couldn't go over that. So remember that, guys. Now, save your income. This is number 8. Save your income taxes every year. Guys, do not go balling on them income taxes when y'all get y'all income taxes. Everybody want a new car. You 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 want a new car. If you got a good car that's stable and getting you where you want to be, keep that car. Don't get a new car unless you really need a new car. I want you to apply. If you got debt, I want you to apply that taxes towards your debt, or save it so you can start buying investment incomes, like purchase real estate. Like I said, buy rental property. Rental property means buy a fixer up house or something like that, fix it up, rent it out. Okay, guys, do that. A lot of people now are buying mobile homes, fixing them up, old used mobile homes, getting them for like $2,000 and $3,000, gutting it out for about $3,000. They gut the whole thing out and redo the whole thing for about $3,000. You just spent $5,000 on a mobile home, and then you charging $600 a month in rent, or $650 a month in rent. Okay, guys, do you know how much money you getting in a year? Think about that. Okay, so save those income taxes. Stop balling with your taxes. That's your money anyway. So save it so you can get yourself right. All right, guys. So now I'm going to talk about financial file folder, because I think this is so important. I think you guys really need to do this. And I do this every year. I create a class, especially on the financial file folder system. And this is part of one of the I think action plan in my financial game plan workbook. And these are some of the things that I talk about in my financial game plan workbook. Now, in your financial file folder, what it does, it keeps you organized and on top of your finances, for one. You can easily access your financial documents if needed, for two. You know exactly how much you have and where you have it, which means you keeping a copy of all your financial statements and you putting it in that file folder. It keeps you from paying late fees and falling behind on bills, because you're going to keep track of your bills. You're going to be printing stuff out, showing that you paid it, all that. It saves you time and frustration if you are audited by the IRS. Now, how many of you guys keep good tax records for you home-based business owners, for you people that work from home or say you work from home? How many of you guys got good tax records? How many? So when you create this financial file folder system, it actually literally shows you how to, and it's not hard. It's really easy. So once you get into the knack, once you get into doing it, then it becomes easy. And then I created a really simple way, and that's in my financial game plan workbook. So you guys, I'm going to talk about that at the end to show you how to do that. Now, and it helps you find out your latte factor. And what that means is impulse spending. Where are you wasting your money? I want you to think about that. Where am I wasting my money? What do I spend just crazy excess money on? Is it coffee? Is it buying jewelry? Is it shoes? Is it going out nightclubbing? Is it clubbing? Is it alcohol? Where am I spending my extra money? Where is my extra money going? Is it late fees? Is it NSF charges? Is it wasting it, spending money on kids? Every time you go somewhere, oh, that's so cute, I gotta have this. Oh, that's so cute. Is it just wasting money on things? I want you to find out where your latte factor is. I want you to find out where you are spending your money, the impulse buying. Now, another thing is it relieves stress and create extra time to spend on other things. So when you create your financial file folder, you got your insurance in there, you got your paperwork, and I want to cover that for insurance purposes. Right now, a lot of people are losing their lives to COVID-19, and it's a lot of young people. And there's a lot of people that really hadn't thought about life insurance. And a lot of people that probably got life insurance that hadn't really thought about telling their family members that they have life insurance, or even telling their family member where their life insurance policy is. This is something very important, guys. If you have life insurance, you need to make copies for your dependents and your spouse, and give it to them and show them where it is, or make copies and give it to them so they can have copies. Because if you don't tell them, they don't know. They don't know what you got, or who you got it with, or where you got it. And you have a lot of family members that pass away that have life insurance, and the family don't even know they got life insurance. And then the insurance company is sure not going to tell you that they got it. So, and the bank is not going to tell you that they got it. It's just going to go back to the state, and the insurance company is just going to retrieve it. Sometimes they will try to get in contact with the family, but just think, if you move several times and that address has changed and they never changed the information on the insurance policy, they're sending that information to the old address. You won't even get it. You don't even know what your family member got. You don't even know if they got extra bank accounts somewhere that they hid from you that got thousands of dollars in it. So you want to make sure that you sit down and talk to your family and let them know, hey, I got this. Now, in my financial game plan workbook, I teach you step by step. I show you step by step how to do this. And it's so easy, guys. And it only takes about 10 minutes to get all this stuff together for your insurance plans. Okay? Now, I want you to think about setting goals, and I want you to think about setting SMART goals. So, now the reason we set SMART goals is because research shows that specific and challenging goals leads to better performance. So when we set goals, it kind of puts us in line to where we want to be, and it kind of take us. It says that people with goals go places. People with goals are successful. And so when we write our goals down, and then we write things of how to achieve those goals, it kind of sets us in a different aspect to the people that don't achieve goals. Okay? So it says we'll be working on, so this is one of my PowerPoints that I use when I do the Financial Literacy 101, and I have them do a smart sheet. And we're not going to do that today because I can't pull it up. And so the module 1 in my Financial Game Plan workbook, we're going to talk about budgeting. Now, first of all, I said budgeting is so important, guys. And in that game plan workbook, it says, it talks about creating a budget, what to do if your income decrease or stop. Some of you guys are not working. Some of you guys can't work because you got kids. So how are you supplementing your income? What are you doing besides unemployment? Besides getting government assistance? What if that stops? What are you planning on doing to supplement your income for you and your family? You need to know that. So inside that financial game plan workbook, I have things in there that you can do to help supplement your income. Okay. Find ways to cut your expenses. Are you guys right now, those of you that are not working, or those of you that are in a situation to where you have to crunch your numbers, where you have to budget, where you have to cut your expenses, did you guys sit down as a family to do it, or you just decided to do it and said, this is it, this is how it's going to be, this is what I'm going to cut? Did you guys sit down and talk about it as a family so even the kids can understand? Because it's so important. I remember when I first started budgeting, after I filed bankruptcy, and I had to sit my kids down, and I had to tell them, guys, look, it's not going to be Christmas this year. I'm not going to be able to buy y'all, stuff that I used to buy. You can't have new shoes this year. School clothes, it's gonna be a bare minimum. School supplies is gonna be a bare minimum. I'm not gonna be able to set you up to make you look like your friends. And I had to sit them down and tell them I'm struggling. And I showed them my bills. I did. And I wanted them to know that I was really struggling. And I told them, so we gotta make food last. I gotta cook stuff that's gonna make food last. We may have to eat beans for a week. We may have to eat soup for a week. We may have to, do cook. I may have to cook food that's gonna last us instead of me cooking tacos, burgers, things like that. I'm gonna have to cook food that's gonna stick to y'all, so it can last, because I'm not gonna be able to cook like that, and I can't afford to buy that food. So you gotta have that conversation with your family. And savings and investments. Inside that module also is going to say build an emergency fund. I want you to establish a budget. I want you to set up automatic bill payment. And so inside the financial game plan workbook, it actually has a module in there that shows you how to create those automatic bill payment. Now, I think I have maybe six accounts. It used to be 7, but I closed one because I didn't really need it. I merged one, and so I have an emergency account. I got a savings account. I have an account for my bills, just my bills. I have an account for food, which is groceries. I have a groceries account just for my groceries. And the reason why I do that, I separate my groceries in my bill account, because sometimes when we go in the grocery store and we know we got money on there, we overspend. Especially when you go in the grocery store and you hungry. Like, everything in there look good. You want to make this, you want to make that. Ooh, wait, yeah, that look. Ooh, I'm gonna try. And by the time you get home, and you like, Lord, I didn't need all this food. And most of the time, it end up going bad anyway. So now what I do is I separated my grocery account. I have a card that my grocery money go on. So all of these are different cards, the accounts that I'm naming. And so when I go to the grocery store, I use that card, and that's it. And then I have a card just for me, my me money. And so I have a card for that. And so that way, that'll keep me from overspending. So it's always good to set up automatic accounts and different accounts. So that way you don't go over, and you make sure you don't overspend, if that makes sense. And that's why I do that. And so start saving towards retirement. Guys, it's okay to learn how to buy stocks. It is okay. It's okay. Look, and I know people telling you guys, stocks are risky. I'm gonna lose. You're gonna end up losing your money. The stock market bad, guys. Yes, with anything. When you go to the store, aren't you losing your money? You taking a risk, right? When you buy a car, you taking a risk. When you drive down the street, you don't even know if somebody gonna run into you or what. You taking a risk. So we take a risk every day, guys. So why not take a risk on something that you know that's gonna give you money? Because I'm telling you, the things that we've been mistold about stocks. We've been told some crazy stuff about stocks for the black community, that makes us afraid to invest. And a lot of times it's us that are poor. I'm gonna say poor mindset. I'm not gonna say poor. We have a poor mindset because we've been misinformed about a lot of things about our finances that's not really true. And so we have to teach ourselves the right way to do it. And a lot of that is taking chances on a lot of stuff, and reframing your mind. Because since I've been investing, guys, I'm telling you, I've learned a lot since I've been buying stocks, and I'm still buying stocks. You know why? Because now, since the market is low, you get to get those stocks for cheap. And so when the market start going up, which it is now, the market is going up. And so March, I bought some stocks that are now, I bought it for like $5 and they're now worth $15. And I'm getting returns from with it being $15. Okay? So there's a lot of things that we need to learn about stocks that will put you in a really good place. And my thing is, if stocks are so bad, why are all the rich people buying them if they are so risky? I mean, think about it, guys. Why are they flocking towards stocks if stocks are really risky? You think they'll be wasting their money on stocks if they know that they can lose it like that? All right, now, I want you guys to think about your savings and retirement. All right, I want you to create investment strategies. I want you to start investing with a game plan. I want tonight, after you get off Facebook with me, I want you to start writing your game plan down, okay? Because I'm about to wrap this up. We're almost done with the hour, and I want you to start writing your game plan down. I want you to define your investment goals. I want you to go to YouTube. I want you to start looking up how to invest, how to buy stocks, what's the best ways to invest. Start writing that stuff down. And I want you to stay committed. Don't let people talk you out of following your dreams. If this is something that you're passionate about, don't let somebody tell you what's best for you when you know what's best for you. Okay? A lot of us get talked out of stuff because we go, well, what you think about it? And they go, well, I don't know, I ain't finna do that. And then you go, well, I ain't finna do it either. You know, and we get talked out of stuff all the time. So if you are passionate about it, find somebody that can show you how to do it, and then you make the informed decision. Don't let nobody else make a decision for you, because that decision they just talked you out of could have cost you thousands of dollars if you would have just did your research, followed your first mind, and did what your heart told you to do. Okay? Now, I want you to become familiar with different investment structures. I want you to consult with a financial advisor on investing. And you guys, like I said, reach out to me if you need help with that. I am here to help you. Another thing is career planning. A lot of us, when we talk about financial literacy, we don't think about our career and what we want as the ultimate success for us. So is it that you want to be a manager at a position, if you want to be in a different position, or if you want to be self-employed, if you want to have your own business? What is your ultimate career goal? What is it? Okay, so I want you to concentrate on that. Now, whether you want to plan your career future or just need structure to stay on track with career and educational goals, creating a career vision board will help. So I try to tell people, you create a personal vision board, then you create a career vision board. So that way it'll keep you on track to where you want to go, and you get to see where you need to be. Now, you may find that goal setting transform how you spend time and effort, ensuring that you are moving in the right direction. Learn about salary expectations and occupations licenses to better prepare for next steps. Gain the confidence of knowing you are building a successful future. Now, when you talk about success or careers, what type of money? I want you to put a ballpark out there. How much money would you like to be making in 10 years? How much money would you like to be making in 5 years? I want you to write that number down and then figure out how you can make that happen. What kind of education do you need to, what kind of classes do you need to take? Who do you need to talk to? Do you need to talk to your boss to figure out what you need to do? What type of training you need to have? If you need to go back to school, do you need to get another degree? Do you need to get a degree? I want you to think about all of those things because it's important, okay? Now, I have about 4 minutes left, and I'm just gonna wrap this up. But like I said, the part of it is make sure, guys, with your financial game plan, I want you to make sure that you are doing the best thing that you can do for you, and that is creating your financial game plan for you to win. Make sure you are on track. Make sure you are writing everything down. Get you a journal to start writing things down. Reach out. Reach out to me if you need help. I don't mind helping you. If you go to my website, perspectivebs.com, and click on shop, I have that financial game plan. If you want to do it at home in your spare time, you can. And you can create your you can create your savings account. You can create your vision board. You can create your emergency account. It guides you step by step on how to do that. Step by step. You don't need nobody to sit down with you. And like I said, I am here. If you get stuck on a section, I am here. So go to perspectivebs.com, click on shop, and you can get that financial game plan, and that book will help you through this. And I just wanted to go through all of these things with you to help to kind of shed some light on some things, making sure that you understand where you need to go, what you need to do, and how you need to do it. All right, guys. So my time is almost up. Thank you guys for watching tonight. If something I said resonated with you, I want you to put it in the comments. And I thank you guys for watching. Thank you for spending time with me tonight. You could have been anywhere. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you decided to be here with me, and I really appreciate it. Thank you for spending this hour with me. My website is there if you want to book me, or if you want more information on what I said, if you want some savings worksheets, whatever worksheets that you need, just reach out to me. I am here. Thank you, guys. I am out. This is Angenett Curry with Perspective PBS Financial Coaching and Services. I have a perspective vision. What about you? Good night, guys.